Air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You've got the Two of Wands, okay? Two of Wands is about this or that, stay or go, taking a new action, a step in a new direction. You see, this person is like sitting on the rooftop. She's looking at the moon. She's got like the world, a globe in her lap. Like, what is the next big thing for me? I really feel this for air signs here. And this could be you sitting on your back porch, a little down in the dumps, wondering what else could be out there for you. Is this all that there is for me in this life? I feel some air signs who are on the upswing and reaching bigger for expansion. And I feel some air signs who are kind of more down in the headspace. Great. This is all there is for life for me. This is the life that I'm stuck with. Everyone else gets to be happy and celebrate and have partners that love them. And I have this. I feel some air signs. It's okay, guys. We're all on this journey together. Okay. And either way, what you're feeling is a call for more, and that's human and natural. So listen here, air sign, if you're feeling called for more, spirit really encourages you to allow that to move you. Let your mind branch out and reach new directions. And when something sparks your curiosity, your interest, or your heart, then follow that more deeply. Wrap your head around it to see if you can anchor something like that in, because fantasies can become reality if you feel moved enough to act on them. Okay, so air signs, that's what I'm feeling here. Some air signs are ready for expansion. You're stepping in that direction, and some just hope that it happens to them and falls in their lap. And I want to say that that is not necessarily going to happen. So the card here, as far as the archetypes that are floating around this week, is networker. The light attributes of the networker enhances unity through sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. And the shadow attributes say conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. So this sounds like someone who is able to disseminate information. Okay, someone who's networking, who's putting in job applications, maybe searching around for a different job, a different location, another house, whatever this could be. Someone who's very social. This also kind of speaks about somebody who gossips. I'll just say this, someone who just spreads information because it's juicy and maybe my life is boring, so I'm going to share all the juicy gossip with you. And I want to say that, oh boy, if you're somebody who gossips, chances are it can come back around and others may gossip about you as well. And that's not a good feeling, especially if the information is unclear or not nice, right? We're not all innocent bystanders. Sometimes we do get wrapped up in things and hey, just don't tell them I told you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. These kinds of things are sticky. Okay. So I do feel as the networker, it's important to cast a clean net. I feel some air signs who may have a temporary moment of anger or sadness or something happens. Okay. And I'm going to get so upset and I'm going to call my mom and I'm going to tell her everything. And now mom is all up in arms and has a grudge now against everyone else. And I feel like now you somehow will move through it, but mom's holding all the baggage of the grudge. Can you understand how this can be a little bit toxic? Okay, so when we want to reach out for support or for comfort or sometimes for validation, man, I need you to hear my side and tell me that I did the right thing. Sometimes we have this, but just remember that it's not necessarily positive to get swept up in any adversity in that way, drama, chaos, attributing to that kind of gossip, etc. I really just want to caution the air signs that there is much better use of your time. Spirit is telling me now that that is also a form of escapism. When I don't want to look at my life or my problems, or I don't want to deal with these emotions that I have somewhere here hidden inside, then I'm going to, look outward and judge and speak and talk and point the finger at all those other things that are going on. Sometimes that can happen when we don't want to look at what we have going on inside. Spirit suggests that even if you don't want to look at what you have going on inside, it's not a good idea to put others down. It's not a good idea to judge others, even from a distance. Judge not, lest ye be judged. And I'm not a Bible thumper, but that just came from Spirit. because we're all going through something that nobody else knows about. So if you've got to put that into perspective just for just that, you know what, maybe that person's going through the worst thing ever. Who knows, right? I'll give them grace. I'll give them compassion and keep that out of my mouth, out of my head, out of my heart, and out of my life. Because as you entertain that kind of stuff, you invite it into your life. And I don't see that all air signs are gossiping and going down that thread. In fact, some air signs, I am encouraging you to speak more highly of yourself, to put yourself out there more. I feel some air signs with 2 wands here who are most definitely putting in job applications or maybe mortgage loan applications or different offers on different homes or some kind of thing. I feel a casting of a net, like I said, but in a way that would encourage expansion in your life. So I do want to say to the air signs here now, speak highly of yourself. Put all of them in that you possibly can. The bigger that you cast the net, the more likely you're going to receive the offer that you want to receive. Okay. And always speak highly of yourself. I want to say this again. It's never too much to promote more, to check back again, to say, hey, it's me, whatever this is, to follow up on these networkings. Okay. Send more emails, post more things, whatever this is that is in your net, do a little more of it. Double down, air sign, in a positive way. The card that can help is present. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. So you live in the moment. I feel like that's a reminder, air sign, because sometimes we live in the past in our heads, sometimes in our hearts, sometimes we live in the future when we aren't sure how things are going to turn out, you know, and we sit there and trip out and this, that, right? And Spirit is saying when you live in the present moment, that's when you're able to bring forth all the energies that you have available to you and bring their full power to take actionable steps and do what you know is right for you. Okay. But if you're tripping on this fantasy and illusion, you're never going to go anywhere at all. Okay. So anchoring these things into your reality that you desire to receive. Gemini, you've got major arcana card number 0, the Fool. Fool is a wonderful card. It is the first card in the major arcana, and it's about embarking on a new adventure, something brand spanking new. You might feel uncertain. You might feel like it's a little risky. In fact, I feel like, I just have to say this, like, I feel like this is a neon sign for Gemini. Gemini, you are living your regular life and going through your regular pattern, and you're wondering what in the heck is there more out there for me? I wish I could have more money, more happiness, more love, more whatever this is, but you're not going to find it doing the same old things and visiting the same old places and talking to the same old people. Okay, so this is a call to shake up your routine, to really shake things up, because I feel like the ways in which you're networking are not necessarily healthy for you, but I feel like that's kind of all you have available. So you're like, okay, I'll sit and gossip with you, girl, because that's pretty much all I have going on today. Okay. But there are other things available to you if you'll shake up your pattern. Like, try something different, man. Start by making new foods, Gemini. If you're afraid to step out of your pattern, start cooking different foods, make different foods, start waking up at a different time, take a different route to the grocery store, try a different coffee shop or restaurant, go to the library and check out books. And when you're done, take them back and get different ones. Okay. These are the ways that we can introduce new patterns into our lives before things are really shaken up, you know, however that may be. I don't feel like Gemini wants things really shaken up, but Gemini wants more light in the life. That's what I feel. But you're not going to get it doing the same old thing. I do want to say there is a difference between gossiping and venting to a trusted person. Okay, there's a difference, and I'm sure we're all adults here and we know that. Libra, you got the 6 of Swords here. And 6 of Swords is about, it can be about cutting and running. I'll just say this right now. Like, I feel like Libra might want to run away from some shit, and that's what this fantasy is all about. You know what I mean? I feel like maybe there's too much stimuli for Libra, people or problems, you know, that are kind of apparent. And it's like, oh my gosh, I just need a break from everything just for a little while. Okay. So I say to you, Libra, make that break a reality every day. Take like 20, 30 minutes, plug it into your schedule, and take that time for you to put your feet up, have your smoke, watch your show, have your drink, whatever the hell you're doing. Okay. But make it your time for you, because it's not going to help you to run away from your problems. Your problems are still going to be there, and there's nobody else that's going to take care of them if you don't. I'm sorry to say this, but you know this. All right. So I'm speaking to your heart right now. And Spirit is saying your life is your life at this moment, and it's just temporary. Okay. The fact that you are daydreaming, fantasizing about somewhere else, something else, is proof to you that it is a possibility in your life, but not in the way that you're thinking. You're not going to just pack up and say, fuck the world and bounce. Okay. Even though you, in your heart of hearts, it may cross your mind, man. And who's doesn't. Okay. You cross anybody's mind. I'll just say this. So Libra, making a realistic plan, but also tackling the little things that are hanging over your head. I said, you're pulled in this direction, that direction. If you take care of some of those things, I feel like you won't feel so stretched thin, because they are kind of still hanging over your head. So buckle down, get out of the daydream land, even though that's a fun place to be sometimes, and handle a couple of those things, and you'll feel a little bit better in your body looking through your eyeballs. Okay, Libra. Lori's a Libra. I just said that this morning. I'm going off the grid. LOL. Thank you, Lori, for the validation. I don't know any of this, but Spirit shows up for us, and thank you, God, for that, right? Thank you, God, for that. So Aquarius, you've got the Queen of Swords showing up for you, Aquarius. All right. So this is about the plan that you have for your life. But the Queen is very patient. All right. She's clever. She doesn't have to make a scene. She doesn't have to work her fingers to the bone. She is not Miss Emotional. I'll tell you this right now. This Queen of Swords, she's not getting her feelings hurt. She is up to the task, very well put together, quick-witted, clever, smart. Aquarius, I want to say that you are all of these things. Doesn't matter your gender. The Queen is a female on the card. That's why I say this. Okay. Clever, quick, smart, crafty. Okay. And Spirit is saying that the vision that you have is a very good vision to follow through with. Okay. In a healthy way. I was talking about those constructive steps, putting yourself out there, and then waiting, not like with a lot of pressure. Okay. But casting that net and waiting to see what comes back to you, because I feel like that's how this Queen is. This Queen isn't running to go make sure, hey, did you get that thing? Hey, how do you feel about? No, I'm going to hear back, and I know I will, because I am worthy, because I have done everything that I need to do to get where I'm at today. And that's why I'm here. And I deserve this. And I want to say to you, Aquarius, if you have found this Queen can be really stepping into something. So if you have found that you receive that offer, this is a call to step into it. This can be something that is very long-term for your life, something that is sustainable for you, for growth and expansion. So don't be afraid to seize any opportunities that present themselves this week, and keep putting yourself out there, because I feel like you're stepping in all the right directions to be seen, to receive whatever it is that will unlock the next steps for you in the future. Okay. That's what I have for Aquarius. And that is what I have for all of the air signs today. Thank you guys so much for letting me read for you. And I'm going to disconnect now.